Hello amazing people, welcome back to my channel. Brenda here, and welcome to Motivation with Brenda. This is the channel where we learn all about the life experiences, life motivations and life lessons that will go a long way to helping you to be a better member of the society and to never give up in life. So if you've not subscribed, kindly consider joining this train so that you learn more. Subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button so that you never miss out of on any upload. So guys, today I'm live right now, uh, and I'm going to talk about a story that has really inspired me. So it doesn't matter when you get the chance to watch this, but when you do, kindly watch it to the end and don't skip the ads for me. Today I hope we'll have an interactive session, so just give me 1 minute. I set up, then we continue. Hi Nemo, how are you doing? Hi Nemo, thank you for joining me. How are you doing? So today we are going to talk about a story of Titi the comedian that really inspired me, and I really fell in love with it. Nemo, you're saying you are good. I'm also well. I'm glad to see you here. I was lonely. How are you doing? How is your afternoon, Nemo? I'm trying to set up some things here so that we can start. How is your afternoon, Nemo? Actually, just you and I. Mhm. Okay, I think I'm done. So, as I was saying, I came across a story of this kid, and that really inspired me so much. The kid goes by Titi Comedian. He's the youngest comedian in Kenya at the moment. Nimo, you're saying your afternoon is fine. Mine is also fine. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learn with me. So today we're going, as I was saying, we're going to talk about the kid Titi Comedian, who is apparently the youngest YouTuber in Kenya right now because he's only 5 years old, and despite his age, the kid has become a household name in most of the families because almost everyone knows about Titi Comedian. And I'm so glad because the videos that he makes are meant to inspire, to nini to teach the society, to change lives. Like most of the videos you'll see is talking about social distancing, the corona thing. Then there are others that will talk about as in advocating for people to stop using drugs, advocating for people to stop smoking, as in to be just good members of the society. And I thought to myself, what was I doing at 5 years, or 5 years, when I was 5 years? What was I doing? Probably I was just busy playing with my friends, busy being a stubborn kid. Probably that is what I was doing. But this kid at 5 years old, he's become somebody famous in the society. Yes, actually, Nima, I agree with you. That kid is very intelligent because the first time I saw the kid, I was actually shocked, and that's when I became interested in knowing the age of the kid because a 5 year old, as in he has the confidence, he's smart, and from what I've learned about the kid, apparently he's just let's say a genius because in school he's among the top performing students. Let's just say he's intelligent. Yeah, so that is true, Nemo. So when I heard his story, I was very curious. I was actually very curious because when I thought about myself at 5 years, my God, what were you doing at 5 years, Nemo? What were you doing at 5 years? Let me hear your story. So I decided to research more about the kid. So apparently, the child is born and raised in Kajiado, and he stays with the mother and the father, and the mother is an actress. What Meaning that this kid used to observe everything that the mother used to do. So while going to work, the mother will sometimes take the kid with her. So from what it means, he used to observe what the mother was doing, and that is when the mother discovered that the kid had a talent, so they decided to nurture the talent. So it means that we have to be careful with what we do around our kids because they are always watching. The kids are always watching to see what the parent is doing. Guy Nimo says at 5 years nilikuwa nimeshinda nimekwamilia mom. But then that is very true. At least ulikuwa umekwamilia mom. Some of us, what were we doing? Maybe we were playing kalongo or something. You are better, ulikuwa unakatalia mom. Or maybe you are asking for mom that you want tamu. You are asking for tamu, but for Titi, he's the one bringing the parents money, because he first came to limelight last year on Facebook. Then people were interested in his content, so they decided to ask him to create a YouTube channel, and surprisingly, within 3 months, the channel had over millions of views. So from the story, obviously I have to choose a story that has a lesson for you guys. I have to choose a story that can teach us. As Motivation with Brenda, I have to make sure that you learn. So but by the way, if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Alafu, I've uploaded a video on parenting, and that's why we're talking about this kid here. So I've uploaded a video on parenting. You can watch it and review the strategies, and tell me if they are good or bad, and whether you can adopt it for your when parenting your children or not. What do you think about them? Just let me know. And if you want to be a member of Motivation with Brenda, there's this icon besides my channel name called as in join. If you want to see what I offer you, the perks of being a member of this channel, you can just click and review the perks. And ikikupendeza, you can join this channel. Ikikupendeza sana sana, you can choose any type of pack that you want, from red, orange to blue. The choice is yours. Okay, so as I was saying, the children, we have to be careful with what we do around our children. Children are always watching us to see what we are doing. Tukifanya vitu mbaya, they are just watching. If we do the right thing, they will learn from us. So it's up to us to decide what we want our children to do. If you want the children to be good, as in to grow up to be disciplined, it's up to us to show the best example to the kids. Then the other one, what was I supposed to say? Yeah, I think that was it about Titi. So I wanted you guys to tell me what were you doing at 5 years. Like for me, let me say, as I had said in my today's video, the video about parenting strategies, I was one mischievous child. I was actually very stubborn, and I used to be punished a lot, because as I had said, if you are firstborn, so much is expected from you. If you are firstborn, so much is expected from you. People want you to set a good example. You have to, as in, to provide guidance to your siblings. If your parents are not around, you are the one who will be the mini parent or the deputy parent. So much is expected from you, and sometimes, I love the being a firstborn is very hard. It's so hard. There's this story that I saw somewhere. The firstborn had applied to resign from his birth position as a firstborn. What does that tell you? It tells you that it's really, 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 really hard. So, guys, say something. I'm talking too much as I wait for you to say something. Say something so that we can engage. Say something. Say something. You can just tell me how your day is doing. How your day is going on. How is your day? How is your day? What is keeping you busy? What are you doing today? How is your day? Nemo says, yes, it's not easy being a firstborn. Nemo, you are a firstborn. Can you resign? Because at some point me, I felt like I can resign. When your siblings come, as in, but then when you are firstborn, as in, it seems that your siblings will always look up to you to provide monetary support to them. They will want money from you. Yes, Nemo says, yes, I'm a firstborn. Share your experience. Share your experience. How is it going? How is it going so far? How is it going, Nemo? Umechoka ama bado you still fighting on? How's it going, Nemo? Where? Guys, say something, say something. Nemo says, I remember at 20s the expectations were so high. People were really counting on you. Alafu, when you get to 20s, that's when the real pressure comes in, because people start saying that, why not, like, let me say, if you come from a very very African family, when you get into your 20s, they start seeing you as a, let me say, you need to get out of the house. They'll start seeing that you are becoming a baggage in the family, so wanataka utoke uende. Yes, the whole village. Diva, I can relate to what you're saying. As in, people will start, as in, wanakupatia pressure, utoke, get married, sijui mara get married, mara give me money. And if, let's say, you have a small hustle, if you have a small hustle, so people, everything, every, as in, kila time kuna anything that needs money, you'll be the first people will be looking at. And sometimes you don't have even that ka 1 shilling. You don't have it. Hadi unashangaa, now where am I supposed to get it? Nitatoa wapi niwapatie? But don't worry, we shall overcome. Has anyone, mtu ashai kupea pressure juu ya money, Nimo? Especially relatives. By the relatives, sometimes they're so what? They're so what? Wanaweza kupea pressure hadi ushangae. Like, they don't, as in, like, somebody can ask for money. Utawambia, you know what, at the moment I'm so broke, I don't have money. Maybe next time. But the person will think umemnyima pesa, and honestly, maybe at that moment you don't even have 1 shilling. Yeah. 20s is where we learn so much in life. 20s are, as in, for me, I can't wait to get out of 20s, by the way. Hey 20s niko na maneno mingi. Can't wait. By the way, guys, I have a video on life lessons from my 20s. Basically, what a person who is in the 20s face in their daily life. In 20s, you'll have, as in, you are trying to balance between being an adult and being. Yes, Nemo, we shall overcome. Did you watch my video on life lessons from my 20s? I was about to start talking about what it feels to be in your 20s. Did you watch it? You may watch. Like, in 20s, you are trying to figure out your life. You are trying to figure out whether you should be, as in, you are supposed to be an adult. Nemo says, wish I can get the courage to share my 20s. I can give you a platform. We can do a video together. I'll encourage you. I'll motivate you to talk about it. Nemo? We can do a video on that. I'll motivate you. Won't be afraid. Nitakuencourage ukisemea huku, then I also share my side, so hautafeel that bad, okay? So, in your 20s, you're trying, as in, that's the phase of life where you're almost completely confused about what you're supposed to do. First of all, you're supposed to act an adult. Nima, I can support you. We do a video together. Tell me when you are ready. Mimi nitakumotivate. I'll hold your hand and the microphone for you. So ukiongelea huku, me, I support you. I'll hold it closely to your mouth so that you don't feel scared, okay? Don't be scared. Most people, by the 20s are the most terrible phase. The most terrible phase of life. This is where most people give up on life. Kuna wenye watadecide and this is too much. I just can't take it anymore. Commit suicide. Nimo, unacheka, you're laughing. I'm giving you the support. I'm motivating you. I'll do that for you. Usiogope. So I was saying, in 20s, that's when most people commit suicides. You'll see somebody ameua mtu mwingine, like, people doing crazy things in life. How do you just sit and wonder, how is that even happening? How is that possible? But you see, people have not taken time to understand people in their 20s. Most people are depressed. And depression will make you do as in things that you didn't want to do, the what you didn't want to do something, but ni vile tu you are no longer in control of yourself. That's why you'll see there's this story that was trending. There's a boy who killed his entire family. Aliua babake, mamake na the siblings. How do you explain such a scenario honestly? That person must be depressed, ama there's just something that is not right somewhere. Alafu you see the society is so hard on people who are trying, the people in the 20s, like they don't want to understand you. Mtu utakuja useme I'm feeling this way and this way. That's the worst age ever because most people get lost. Nemo says that's the worst age ever because people most get lost at this age, and if you lack support, you'll end up miserable. But I think that is very true. We have seen most people, like somebody who was as mtu alikuwa poor. People, somebody was bright, somebody was smart, somebody used to, as in, he was just a hardworking person. But akifika 20 hivi, then the pressures and the stress and the depression and the anxiety zinafika hivi, somebody as in becomes a totally different person. And sometimes it's just people who are close to us, somebody who are some people who are just very very close to us, who are with us every day, but we don't notice. So depression is real, by the way. Depression is real, anxiety is real, especially among the people who are in their 20s, because finding the balance between being a child, as transitioning from childhood to adulthood, it's so hard. That's where most people lose themselves. Yeah, that's why you'll find people, as in, mtu anatry, anatafuta pesa haipatikani, anatafuta a wife, the wife is hapatikani, anatafuta a husband hapatikani. So mtu anajiuliza like, what will I do? You see such a person committing suicide, si kupenda kwake, it's just because people are going through anxiety. But the anxiety is very very bad, by the way. It's very very bad, and unfortunately most people go through it but they don't know it. eh? Alafu anxiety si ati lazima uwe unafanya some crazy outrageous things so that you know that you are undergoing you're suffering from anxiety. Sometimes just you like, let's say unapenda kucheza football, ama you like watching or reading a lot, alafu all of a sudden you don't want to do that anymore. All of a sudden you dislike the things that you like doing. All of a sudden you don't want to do them anymore. My friend, that's a warning. That's a clear sign that you should start seeking for help. Yeah? Nemo says very true. Nemo, do you have an experience ya nini? Some of the things that zilikufanya karibu lose hope in life. Any? Naona we are just the two of us. Tupige story. Pige story hadi mwisho. Yeah, so be gentle to the most people. As in, ukipata mtu, be kind to them. You don't know what they are going through. You don't know what they are feeling. Sometimes hata ni wewe tu, like you are the only person that you are the person that they were supposed to meet ndio wakue, as in to get better. Some people just unaona like you're just in a matatu, and this has happened to me once. I was once in a matatu hapa tu Nairobi. I was seated next to a certain lady. Tukitoka tao, the lady was just silent. She was not talking, she was not doing anything. Alikuwa amenyamaza. Then all of a sudden she started talking to me. Alafu the problem was, apparently there's this man that used to she was in love. Apparently she was in love with the man, but then the man was cheating on her, and then she had found out. I think she just wanted somebody to speak to. So me, when she started talking to me, I was at first I was uneasy because I was worried, why is she talking to me? As in, of all the people, why is she talking to me? You see, failing my college. Nemo says failing my college exams led me to depression. Oh my god, depression. Then I made worse mistakes of getting married. I feel you, Nemo. I feel you. You know, failure is a bad thing, especially. But I think you and I are the same. I fear failure. And I think fear of failure is what made you get into depression. Right, Nemo? But don't worry. I hope right now you're okay. How are you doing right now? How are you feeling right now? I hope you're doing well. So Nemo says, failing my college exams led me to depression. Then I made the worst mistake of getting married. We are with you on that, by the way. After campus, I didn't really want to go back home. You know, when you're coming from school, mumechoshana, and you know when you come out of there, you're not supposed to go live with your parents. You're not supposed to, as in, to go back home. So when I met a guy that I thought I loved, when he asked me to move in with him, Brenda and Ohio, I decided to move in with him, and that is the worst mistake that I ever made, that I live regretting every day. And if I were to go back in time, I'll do, as in, I guess I'll do everything differently. But don't regret by Nemo. Don't regret, because the experiences that we go through in life are what make make as in define us. They make us who we are. So don't regret about the past, don't regret about what happened. As long as you've learned your lessons, you picked your lessons, and you are able to apply them in your life, don't worry, you'll be okay. Okay, Nemo, don't worry. The past, we can never change the past. Unfortunately, the past cannot be changed. It's for us to change ourselves based on what we learned from the past, based on what the lessons that we picked up. So don't feel bad about that anymore. Don't regret it. But I pray for you that you'll be okay. Okay? Yeah. So what are we talking about? Mm-hmm. Nemo, what were we talking about? So that is it, guys. Don't be scared. If something happens to you, you know, it's so sad that they, as us as human beings, when something happens, we tend to focus on the negatives more than the positives. I think for me, I learned the hard way. So like at the moment, if anything happens, I'll not just sit there and start feeling bad about what has happened. Instead, I'll need to take time to critically think about the situation and try to find out what I was supposed to learn from the situation. So let's not be too human and focus on the negatives a lot. You can just try to find the positives in everything, every bad situation, because that is what will make you feel better about yourself and everything. Okay? Yeah. So Nemo, what were we talking about? Failing my college exams. Engage me, guys. Engage me. I'm trying to remember. Nemo's comment got me, and I really had to talk about it. So I think I lost track on what we were talking about. You can remind me. You can remind me. Wish, wish to see our. Oh, okay. Nemo, you're saying we were on TT. I hope you feel answered, Nemo. So now that we are back on TT, this kid, as I said before, now he became famous on Facebook. Alafu now people, as in, he created a channel. And what we can learn from what we are doing at the age of 5. So we started with TT, what we were doing at the age of 5. And you say Nemo said that she was maybe busy katalia with the mother, and I said I was busy playing. So what are we supposed to learn from that? I'm kind of disoriented right now. Okay, but we'll figure something out. So what we can learn from Titi's story is, now I'm talking as a parent, yeah. We have to be careful with what we do around our kids. Like this kid, he used to observe what the mother was doing, used to observe what the mother was saying. So that means that when talking in front of kids, we have to be careful with our actions, with the words that we use. Alafu surprisingly there's that, and as in ushaikuwa unatembea, then you hear a child saying something and you're just like, what the hell, why did you learn such a word? As in mtoto anatoa word mzito, hadi you're like, is that really coming from this kid's mouth? So it means that we have to be careful with what we say when we are with our children. We may think that they are not listening, but they are always listening. Wataamua kuongea, that's when you'll be shocked. So let's be careful with what we say when we are with our kids. Yeah. So Nemo, we have five minutes. What can we do within the 5 minutes? Sorry guys. Alafu also, before I forget, YouTubing, like this kid, let me just say that he has been able to be successful because he has that support. And most probably we can conclude that the support comes from their friends, or support comes from oh my god, what's wrong with me? We can conclude that the support comes from friends, the support comes from the people around him. So the moral of the story is, if you see somebody that you know doing something, don't be jealous. Support the person, because at the end, when they win, you'll also win because you'll benefit from them. If you see a friend starting a small business, don't be jealous, support them. Because let's say kama you are let's say along the way you batika, you get a wife or you get a boyfriend or something, then you start planning for your wedding or whatever. Do you think you'll need a friend, that friend mwenye anaweza contribute a lot of money? You'll need the friend. So if you see your friend, somebody that you know, Nemo says very true. Yes, it's very true. If you see somebody that you know doing something, be happy for the person. Support them, push them. Wakitaka ku give up, push them, encourage them so that they don't give up. Because the underlying fact is that in the end you'll benefit from them. Kama ni kutaka pesa, and you see, if you let me say, me personally as Brenda, I'm human. Let me say, if when I was starting something, I didn't see you supporting me, I didn't see you pushing me, I didn't see you encouraging me, as in I didn't see you celebrating with me for what I was doing. What makes you think if in future you want my help, I'll be ready to assist you? I won't. I won't be ready, because I'll try to find the answers to the questions. I'll have questions for you, and if you fail to satisfy me with your answers, I won't be ready to assist. So Titi has been successful because the friends are supportive, the family are supportive, the neighbors are supportive to him. So why don't you do the same to the people that are around you? Actually, like, it's so sad that us as Africans, instead of supporting the people that we know, we are always quick to go support those who are Majus, the people you'll never meet in your life, the people you'll never see in your life. When that neighbor of yours is doing the same thing that you are supporting, the person that is abroad is doing, but you cannot support this person that you know. Do you know this person that you know is most beneficial to you than the person that is wherever, in whatever part of the world, that you'll never even be able to go there? So support your friends. If your friend starts a business, that's where you're supposed to go buy your things. If your friend starts a salon, that's where you're supposed to go make your hair. If your friend starts a YouTube channel, support them, because in the end you'll also benefit from it. Okay, so guys, that was it for today. Thank you Nemo for keeping me here. I've really enjoyed your company. And guys, subscribe to Nemora's channel, support her, comment on her videos, and show her some love. Yeah, so thank you for keeping me company here, Nemo. I've really enjoyed your company and I've learned a lot from you. So don't give up in life. If you did something that you felt like it was wrong and you really regret, don't let it affect you. Don't let, yes, that's the spirit now, girl. Don't let it affect you. Rise above it. You have control of every situation. The only thing that you're supposed to do is pick up the lessons from the experience, and then let the experience guide you into being a better person in life. Let the experience change your life. But now the mistake, don't let yourself repeat the mistakes. Keep on focusing. Don't let the past define who you are. And guys, that was it for today. Thank you for keeping me company, Nemo. If you've not watched my videos, I have my videos on love stories, life lessons, relationship motivation, and I'll be going live on every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. and I hope to interact with you guys more. And guys, till next time, bye.